captain, I'm strapped in. No, I'm not crazy, I'm just tapped in. Hungry like I'm fasting, I'm about that action, no slacking. Well, I'm sorry, Miss Jackson, cause here come the pain. No one to call up for help, no one to blame but yourself. You should've known better, however you did it, so we had to come ring your bell. Like I need a ward, wait until I score, make it rain till it pour. I'm a dog on fours, put in work like a chore till I'm underneath the floor, in the trenches like a war. If they wanna give 'em more, when I touch down, touchdown, touchdown. Whenever I touch down, touchdown, touchdown. Whenever I touch down, touchdown, touchdown. Whenever I touch down, touchdown, touchdown. 4th down, 4 yards, put it all on the line. I am not worried cause it is our time. I hear the crowd in the background, man, they just wanna see me shine. For the hell of it, it's irrelevant. You lacking the intelligence to make it make sense. We gon' manifest whatever we can to get. That's a little money and a trophy and nothing they gon' respect. We don't care who the best, we don't worry who was next. We gon' put the boys to rest like a Tempur-Pedic bed. I'm ahead of the rest like I came without a net. They gon' say it under breath, I'ma say it with my chest. I got it wrapped like a toga, put the whole team on my shoulders. Hold up, wake these boys up, call me Folger, soldier. Flow feeling colder, some call it polar. You don't wanna box me, I'm feeling cocky. Hair stocky, leave him floppy, face Nazi. Talking all aki, think he big poppy, then I'll chop him down like karate. I see none of you here can stop me. It's obvious, you too sloppy, cheap copy. I'm Rocky, leave his eyes all glossy, but in the end zone is where you can spot when I touchdown, touchdown, touchdown. Whenever I touchdown, touchdown, touchdown. Whenever I touchdown, touchdown, touchdown. Whenever I touchdown, touchdown, touchdown.
Well, even with all the buildings along the Las Vegas Strip and all the action here, this is one of the city's biggest attractions. Allegiant Stadium opened back in 2020.
Coming up, it's Divisional Round Saturday, and we've got an AFC battle on tap between the Pittsburgh Steelers
and the Las Vegas Raiders.
And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25.
They'll start the drive with Harris. And this will be a gain of 5 as he gets it to the 30.
That's a really good gain right there. They pick up 5 yards halfway to a first down. The only problem now in the huddle, everyone's going to want to touch the football. Be a lot of chattering now because they've seen that they can move the line of scrimmage.
After the pickup of 5, here's 2nd and 5. Pickett now from the gun here. Over the middle, that's caught by Claypool. And he's brought down at the 34. Call it a gain of 4. Trying to pick it up on the ground with Harris. And he's got the first down yardage before he's brought down at the 42. That one goes for 8 yards. It was just 3rd down and short, but he bit off a little extra.
I would say way more than he could chew, but he chewed up all that yardage in a big way. And that, to me, that was a combination of offensive line, stacked defense, and they handled it. Okay, they got the leverage, they got the blocking angles, and opened up a nice crease. And once you get past that first wave, there's room to roam.
Yeah, that's just the 3rd play from scrimmage. They wanted to avoid that 3 and out. They did. The first carry now for Benny Snell. And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up.
Certainly a nice job there by the defense rallying to the football and getting him on the ground. But I think the play gets made by the defensive front. Because if they can't get upfield, their job is to go ahead and get low, almost get into a ball sometimes, stack things up, and make it difficult for the runner to find a hole.
The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8. Pickett. Open man, that's the tight end Freiermuth. And he's going to have another first down as the tackle comes at the Raiders' 45-yard line. A nice pickup there, 10 yards. So, Charles, you look at this offense, you think about it, you got a rookie quarterback at the helm. You're in the divisional round of the playoffs here. That head of his just has to be spinning, doesn't it?
Well, normally you'd have to say yes, but I do think that the way things went last week, how he played in the wild card win, how sensational he was, that'll stop his head from spinning. And now he's in a situation that's getting towards uncharted territory because you've got Joe Flacco, Mark Sanchez, the only two rookies doing 2 playoff games in 1 year. He's trying to join that company, but it's not going to be easy to get it done.
From the 41, Pickett. Flush to his right. And he's going to be marked down just inside the 35.
Brandon, you know I'm all about quarterbacks protecting themselves, but I have to admit it. I liked what I just saw there. That rookie wasn't afraid of absorbing a big hit. Now, you don't want to see him taking those shots all game long, but he picked up the first down, kept fighting for yards, and was willing to embrace some contact to keep the play moving.
And he's going to get 7 out of this before being taken down at the 27.
A nice run here early on. It doesn't take a great play caller to realize you want to establish a guy of his caliber with runs like this early because they will pay dividends as the game progresses.
A good run, got 7 on first. Here's 2nd and 3. They run straight ahead with Snell. And he'll be a couple yards shy of the red zone here at the 22-yard line. A gain of 5, good enough for the first down.
But they're getting ready to go to work now in prime real estate after that last run. Found his spot and picked up nice yardage, didn't he?
And now he's got him knocking on the door of the red zone. Pickett sets up play action. He'll buy some time right. He's got his tight end Freiermuth right side. And they'll get this down to the 10. A solid pickup of 12 yards, and now they're knocking on the door.
A lot of precision being shown on this opening drive. They've been methodical, they've been crisp, and as a reward, they're going to be set up with an early 1st and goal.
They'll go with Snell here on first down. And running room hard to come by here. He gets it down to the 8. Give him 2 yards on that one. 2nd and goal now. Defensively, pretty good start there with their backs against the wall.
That's a win for the stop troops right there. And if I'm them, I get a little bolder now. They won the first battle. Keep coming after them. Put the pressure on them.
On 2nd down, this is Harris. And he will maneuver his way down to about the 7. A big play forthcoming. Here's 3rd and goal. Here's Pickett. And that's going to be incomplete. The coverage too good there. The contact popped the ball free, and it's 4th down. Boswell's kick is good. Not the touchdown they wanted, but hey, you're on the road in the playoffs. They did get 3 on the board.
Yeah, it's a good opening drive, so you feel good about it yourself. You get to the sidelines. The defense feels good about you helping them right out of the gate. The team, yeah, they feel pretty good about coming in the playoffs and getting points on the board right away.
Amir Abdullah going to take it out of the end zone. And ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped at the 23. Carr and the Raiders come up 1st and 10 at their own 23. On the ground, it's Jacobs to start the drive. And nothing much materializing there on the first down run. He'll get a couple, and that's it. $3-0 after 1 on EA Sports. Throwing on 2nd and 8. Carr. They swing that out wide to Jacobs. So give him 2 yards there on the completion. And it brings up 3rd and 5 now. They'll need 5 on this play to move the sticks. Carr going to throw. Same target. It's Jacobs again. And he is going to have the Raiders first down by about a yard as they find a way to convert there on 3rd down and 5.
Another catch for him there on this drive, Brandon, and it looks like they're going to utilize him out of the backfield any way they can. And that time they pick up a first down. So now on defense, do you assign a man to him and try and cover him before he gets going?
They will run for the first time here with White. And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up. Not a whole lot there. The defense was ready, it looked, for that run-pass option.
You get the sense that next time he has that opportunity, he may keep it himself and get to the perimeter. Probably owes his back a little bit of an apology on that one, huh?
From the 36, Carr. Throw left and hit behind the line. He lost the football. It's loose. And it's picked up by the Steelers. And he takes it back to the house. A fumble recovery for a Steelers score. So the defense forces the fumble. They get the score. And a guy on defense becoming offensive there, Charles.
And you know they love that. Any guy on defense loves to pick up the ball and have it in his hands and try and score himself. In this case, that's exactly what happened.
He'll be singing in the shower post-game. So here's the kickoff now as he'll get it again following that fumble return for a score. This fielded right at the goal line. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here right at the 30-yard line. The Raider offense set to get this drive started. Nothing for him yet from an offensive standpoint, down 10-zip as they come up 1st and 10. This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2. On 2nd down, Jacobs. They'll get 3 as the drive continues. It's a first down.
2nd and 2 is prime time for a little bit of a gamble, isn't it? Open up the playbook, go play action, toss that bad boy deep. But in this situation, go ahead and give it to your back. Let him pick up.
Oh, trying to get that to Adams, but that's intercepted. It's Devin Bush, the linebacker, who picks it. And they will be set up now as he brings this thing all the way back inside the 20. Boy, he had to fit that into a pretty tight window over the middle. And, Charles, I think they were in zone defensively, weren't they?
They certainly were. Nice read on your part. And sometimes the quarterback isn't fooled between zone and man. Sometimes just fooled by the type of zone that he sees. Because oftentimes those linebackers will vacate and run downfield with receivers. In this case, he played a pure zone and was in the wrong spot for the QB.
A nice run there, 9 yards, and it'll be 2nd down. Back to throw, Pickett. And caught in the end zone. Touchdown, Steelers. Miles Boykin from 8 yards out. And the Steelers are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. Extra point put through by Boswell. And that makes our score 17-0. Boswell now to kick it away after the touchdown. Here's Abdullah from his end zone. And they'll get him down right at the 25-yard line, so the same result, and he opted for the touchback. The offense for Las Vegas about set to begin the drive. And job one here, Charles, just keep possession of the football. 2 drives, 2 turnovers to this point.
You're exactly right, Doctor. Hippocratic oath. First, do no harm. And right now, they're harming themselves on offense.
I like that. No one is mistaking me for a doctor, though. But thank you, Dr. Davis. It's a pickup of 4, and it'll bring up 2nd down.
Well, on every play call, you realize it's not going to go for a touchdown. So a lot of your calls are setting things up for maybe later in the game, trying to establish the inside run with toughness now. Hopefully get to the perimeter later, and let's face it, you could do worse than a 4-yard run on 1st down.
And some space here. And now the rookie's free. 20. And he will score. Touchdown, Las Vegas. Zamir White, 71 yards. And the Raiders are able to strike quickly here as they are in for 6. Extra point by Carlson, up and good. And that'll cut the lead to 17-7. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. There's really no reason to change what they've been doing to this point. They've got the lead. They've looked good this first half.
I agree with you totally, and a lot of coordinators, play callers feel exactly the same way. Until you stop what I'm doing, why should I make any changes? But there are a few that kind of outguess themselves or try to outguess the opponent, and they try to consider what they would do to take things away and go to those plays right away. It'll be fun to watch when they get to the second half to see which way they go.
Yeah, but to this point, it certainly hasn't been broke. We'll see if they try to fix anything. To the air on first down with Pickett. He gets it complete to Harris. And they'll get to him after a gain of 7 to the 47.
Just about every quarterback is trained to really look downfield first before you come back and make a nice, safe throw. And in this case, that's exactly what he did. Found his running back, let him create some space, and it turned out to be a nice play for the offense.
To throw again on second down. Pickett. That's complete to his tight end, Freiermuth. Now the Steelers use the first of their 3 timeouts as the clock shows 50 seconds to play here in half number 1.
And this was a nice example of an offensive coordinator scheming his guy open. Just a little underneath route, just trying to free up some space, and it worked awfully well. Got him not just space, but plenty of room to run after the catch to pick up really nice yardage.
And he will have a first down as they're into field goal range now at the 30. So 1st and 10 now from the 30. Dialing up another pass here. Pickett. And incomplete on the deep ball. Well, the incompletion, yes, but maybe here not the worst thing in the world?
No, not on 1st and 10. It actually gives them a chance to regroup, relax just a little bit. They huddle up, talk it over. Then they get a chance to continue their drive.
To throw again on second down. Pickett. And that is incomplete. 16 seconds now on the clock.
That's a big force incompletion there to bring up 3rd and long. And this defense can still salvage a little momentum by forcing them to kick a field goal. Because just a few plays ago, they looked like they were headed towards the end zone.
Throwing on 3rd down. Here's Pickett.
Flushed out right.
And that ball incomplete, nearly intercepted. Took a chance with that one. It'll lead to a 4th down.
Like what I see so far out of this defense because they've been showing their best coverages on 3rd down. So far, only allowed 1 conversion on a handful of attempts. One area of their game plan that they've executed to perfection.
Boswell's kick is good, and that will open the lead up now to 20-7. So a big play before the end of the half to get them into this spot, and they cash in with 3.
How about the 1-2 to the solar plexus on that one? The big play, the field goal, not much time left on the clock. That's the way to go into the half.
And he'll go down as this drive will start at the 25-yard line. And they'll indeed start on the ground to run that clock. And he'll manage to pick up about 4. It's 2nd down. So it's on to halftime of this AFC divisional round matchup. As we send you to our EA studios in Orlando, here's Jonathan Coachman with our EA Sports Halftime Report.
Win or go home. That's the name of the game, and we're back underway with the second half of this AFC divisional round. Here's Abdullah from his end zone. And ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped at the 23. The Las Vegas offense ready to start this next drive. And, Charles, that had to be an interesting locker room at halftime. This is a team that's had so much success this year. Haven't really had to deal with a lot of adversity at halftime, to be honest. But now here they are with their playoff lives on the line.
And I think when you're alluding to that interesting locker room, you're just wondering, how are they handling that bit of adversity that they're seeing right now? Because I think this is a team that has to look to lean on the veterans at this point. We know we're better than this. We've proved it all season. Let them disseminate that confidence through the locker room. But this opening drive, it'll be an important one for them to give them a little jolt of confidence moving forward.
The catch and run pays off to the tune of 35 yards. Obviously, they're not where they want to be right now on the scoreboard. Big plays like that, though, that'll trend them in the right direction.
Yeah, a few more like that, they'll be right back in the game. And if they can continue to do that, maybe they'll inspire their defense as well. They'll get a few stops.
Here's Jacobs on 1st and 10. Myles Jack there to make the tackle.
Well, they still have time to get him established, but in my estimation, they've got to pick up the urgency here. They've got to get quickly in and out of the huddle and run off a bunch more plays.
On play action, now Carr. And now the ball's out. Fumble near midfield. Fortunate to get that football back because trailing here in the second half, last thing they needed was to lose the possession.
And the word I think of here is opportunity, because it could have been lost there, their chance to score points. But the opportunity for the defense was to go ahead and really close this game down if they were able to get possession.
So possession still theirs, but now they face a third down. To throw is Carr. A hit as he throws there, incomplete.
You get the sense that they're saying we're not playing up to what we're capable of, and we're deep enough into the game that the early jitters are long gone, that they should now have some sense of continuity and be able to make some of these plays that they have not been doing so far.
They'll go for it. It's Carr. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. A surprising move to go for it. Predictably, at least somewhat predictably, it doesn't pay off. And the Steelers, they're going to take over an excellent field position. Now a give here to Snell. And down inside the 40 to about the 38. It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3.
Well, no matter how they phrase it, staying on schedule, staying ahead of the sticks, whatever you want to call it, 7 yards on 1st down, that fits the bill.
So they'll come up after the gain of 7 on a 2nd and 3. Now Pickett. A short one there to Freiermuth. And he'll be brought down at the 27.
And now we get into the psychology of the whole thing, because a lot of teams with a 2-score lead in the 3rd quarter, they almost become defensive with their offense, just playing not to lose. I think with this team, you got to figure at this point, this is a great spot for them to go into attack mode, really try and put the hammer down and finish this one off.
1st and 10, here's Pickett. Quick completion here to Johnson. And he'll be marked down right at the 15-yard line.
You always worry about those smaller receivers running through that gnarly patch of land in the middle of the field. But he did a really nice job there holding on to the football and protected himself as best he could while completing the play.
Here's a throw out wide. Oh, now Harris lost it. It's a fumble. And the Raiders have recovered. Well, you had an offense working with a comfortable 2-score lead here in the 3rd quarter, and certainly doesn't feel as comfortable now following the turnover.
Yeah, you're right about that, because now the nerves start to come into play a little bit.
And now, as with every potential turnover, they're going to take a second look at this just to make sure.
Second and short now following the fumble. Pickett, he'll look to throw it. Sliding out of the pocket. Into a sea of defenders and intercepted. And the Raiders are going to take possession here at their own 3-yard line.
He'd been having a good day so far, but I think he got a little overzealous on that one. Still young in this league. Has to learn to try not to do too much on an individual play because, as we all know, sometimes less is more. And throwing away is preferable to making the big mistake.
Now after the INT, it's Carr. He'll get that out to the flat to White. And he's able to get this one up to the 8-yard line this time. Give him a gain of 5 on the completion, and that will bring up second down. Now Carr. That's complete to his tight end, Waller. And he's going to be taken down. Plus, there's a penalty flag in the backfield. They may get 15 more on top of this. So, roughing the passer penalty, never one that you like to see.
Not at all, and especially when you're in that final push of the season. You can't afford to get your quarterback hurt before the playoffs roll around. And we know they'll be here before you know it.
On first down, Carr. He'll find his tight end. That's Waller. And they'll get this down to around the 47-yard line.
When you get a big tight end like this, sometimes it takes more than one man to bring him down. Oftentimes, your best bet, just jump on and hold on and wait for your teammates to arrive to help get him on the ground.
Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on first down. Here's Carr. Past the 20. And he will score. Touchdown, Las Vegas. Darren Waller, 47 yards. And the Raiders are able to cut into this deficit here in the final minute of the third. Extra point by Carlson, up and good. And the lead will shrink to 6. So here comes the kickoff, and what now is just a one-score, 6-point game. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. Still enjoying the lead here in the third quarter despite their defense giving up that last touchdown. Now they'll see if they can get the equalizer here on this drive. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. Pittsburgh getting 16 yards there and also a first down. Had to put that ball in there with a little extra zip, but he put it right where it needed to be.
Yeah, and that little extra pace that he had on the pass, that required a little extra concentration for him, didn't it? Ball can get on you pretty quick in that manner, and he handled it well and picked up the first down.
1 quarter remains for the right to advance to the AFC title game. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Pickett now on first down. Completes it to Miller. And he's able to get this one out closer to midfield across the 45. Short completion, just 4 yards, and that'll make it second down. Pickett back to throw. And they're going to get this down near the 35-yard line. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Carr going to give it to Jacobs. This will be a gain of about 8 to the 27-yard line.
First play of the drive, let's give credit all around. Excellent blocking, but the guy carrying the ball, he was the finisher. A really nice run.
Second down, Jacobs once more. And he'll only get a yard to bring up 3rd and 1. Seems pretty obvious defensively a key was stopping the run game. How have they done it so successfully?
To me, it seems that these guys really did a nice job of paying attention during the scouting report meeting. And you know, Brandon, when they do those, they talk about the top plays that these guys like to run. The best runs for the top running back, those are the ones you focus on and want to take away. And they've done that pretty successfully in this game.
And down he goes, taking it inside the 10, just shy of the 5 at the 6. They come up on a 1st and goal, and most likely 4-down territory as they need a touchdown and a PAT for the lead. Here's Jacobs, and a minuscule gain of maybe a yard from the 6 to the 5. Be interesting to see now what they do offensively down near the goal line after not much there that time.
As the offensive play caller, that may change your sequence now. Instead of coming right back with a running play, you may have to go to the air.
And the ball smack dab on the 5-yard line. Here's 2nd and goal. On play action, it's Carr. Pass incomplete, but the flag in the backfield, and this might be a roughing call. Well, certainly those are the types of mistakes they're trying to avoid as they attempt to protect this lead late in the game.
And let's face it, they're hoping that this one doesn't cost them in a significant way. Yeah, one guy committed a penalty, but now the entire...
And he's over the line and in for a Raider touchdown. Josh Jacobs, a 3-yard touchdown run. And the Raiders are an extra point away from taking the lead here in the 4th. A very important extra point there, up and good. And they have taken the lead here in this 4th quarter. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. And this could be the defining moment of their season, all hyperbole aside. You're trailing here in the 4th quarter, the divisional round. And they need to come up with something as they get this drive started. Denzel Perryman there to bring him down.
Well, that's just a pile of bodies there, and that's when you kind of find out who's a tough guy, right? Who can stand up and make a play. It was only a 3-yard run, but for both sides, they had to walk away from that feeling like, okay, I can stand up when the going gets tough in here.
Here's 2nd and 7 now from the 28. Looking to throw, Pickett. That's swung out wide to Harris. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. 19 yards to pick up there. Move the chains.
And here we are in the 4th quarter, partner, and watch them drive for what would be a go-ahead touchdown. And you and I both know this is where you need a quarterback who can keep his cool back there. Not just for himself, but to keep the rest of the team relaxed too.
And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. 2nd and right at a yard.
This drive is turning into an extended one, and the guy carrying the ball, he's becoming more like a body blows guy. Every carry is putting some damage on the defense. So after a while, I'm not too sure how many guys are going to want to run up and tackle him.
Just a yard to go here on 2nd down. They stay on the ground. Again, it's Harris. And this time he's able to take it down to the 42. 2 yards on the pickup, and that's all they needed to move the sticks.
Now you're right on the edge of field goal range. You've still got time, but get up to the line of scrimmage and get set.
So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this 2nd half. Here's 1st and 10. 54 yards rushing for him now to this point.
I like it. I like the call. Still an opportunity to run the football and chew up a little more time off the clock.
6 yards on that last play. Here's 2nd and 4. On the handoff, it's Snell. And he'll work it inside the 30 to the 29-yard line. 6 yards the pickup, and that's a 1st down. A run for Snell. Oh, what a move. And he's down into the red zone at the 15 after a gain of 15. 1st and 10. Probably had 60,000 thinking pass right there, including us in the booth.
Yeah, no doubt about it. That was a big call, big guts on that one. And guess what? That run, it'll pay dividends.
Line of scrimmage, the 15. It's 1st and 10. Harris running straight ahead. He takes it across for the touchdown, and they've taken the lead late in the final minute of the 4th.
Wow. Wow.
What a game this has been, and what a drive that was, Charles, to take the lead here late in the 4th quarter.
And, partner, that's a job well done by everyone, from the players to the guys calling the plays. And if I may introduce just one downside to the mix, might be a little bit too much time left. Enough on the clock for a final last-ditch effort to try and steal this win away.
Pickett to throw. And it is incomplete, so they can't convert for 2. And now the lead stays at 5. Boswell now to kick it away after the touchdown. Here's Abdullah from his end zone. And this return will net positive as he gets past the 25 and up to the 27-yard line. The Raider offense set to get this drive started. And they had the touchdown during the last drive, and I'm guessing that you like the balance they had on that last drive.
And I loved it. Forget liking it. Absolutely love what they were doing, because to be ahead of a defense that much, where every play call you have, run or pass, is working pretty well for you.
He takes it across for the touchdown, and they've taken the lead late in the final minute of the 4th.
Wow. Wow.
What an outstanding drive right there to take the lead, and also, Charles, didn't leave their opposition with a whole lot of time on the clock.
Yeah, I like the way that you're viewing this, because they did a tremendous job to put themselves in a position to win, but they can't celebrate just yet. They've got to clamp down on any big plays and force them to use up those timeouts without making any headway.
The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. And now last drive so successful with the ground game, ending in a touchdown. Do you stick with that formula? On a huge mistake late, it's intercepted. Picked off by Trayvon Merritt. And the return here will go to the 31-yard line.
And the tough thing is, when he goes back and reviews the film, he'll see that he already escaped the pocket. He could have gotten more himself by using his legs, and that might have been the better choice there instead of challenging the zone. A miscalculation on his part, and he pays for it with the interception.
Jacobs going to try the middle. Now the Steelers use the first of their 3 timeouts as they stop it with 14 seconds to go in the game. Second down, Jacobs once more. And he'll go out of bounds inside the 15-yard line. That good for 19 and a first down. This defense, Charles, they have unraveled here in the 4th.
In a sense, it's like they're being pressed like in a basketball game, and they just can't get the ball over half court. I mean, no matter what they do, they can't get off the field. They can't slow them down. They're just going up and down the field against them. Yeah, unraveling would be a perfect word for them.
And the clock will now stop as a timeout is called with 5 seconds left. So the first down run lost a couple. Now they come up 2nd and 12. Once again, it's Jacobs. And he'll get it here to the 10-yard line. And they have secured a spot in the conference championship. And now you can start to smell it at this point in the season, can't you?
You really can, because the focus has been one game at a time, not looking ahead. But when you get to the conference championship game and you know you're there, the Super Bowl does loom in the future.